Hi, thanks for joining us today. Today we have Isabella Zapata with us, who's a student at Florida International University, and she's studying with David Garber, who has an interesting take on teaching pre-stressed concrete. And he's kind of switched the classroom around and does a lot of his lectures on video, even before the pandemic, and does a lot of the other in-person teaching, and what students would normally do as homework in the classroom. So I thought we'd catch up with Isabella, who's also been part of Project Precast, to tell us a little bit about first her experience in the classroom with Dr. Garber, and then second, we'll talk also about Project Precast. Do you want to tell us what you're doing at school first?
Hi, Marty.
Hi.
Thank you for the invitation. This is actually my third class with Dr. Garber. I've taken reinforced concrete, precast concrete, and now pre-stressed concrete. So I love taking his classes. His classes are very, very like educational, a lot of homework, but he goes through the design of all the precast elements. I've never taken a precast class before, so this class has been like really helpful. We've been having speakers in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really interesting about seeing examples about people that are like more involved. And we also been doing some of the PCI e-learning courses that they're available online for free.
Oh, good.
So that's been also pretty good because we get to see all these projects that are going on in the United States. We also have ABC UTC research platform online. So we also been getting involved with those projects. So the class has been so far so good. I've been learning a lot. So yeah.
Have you guys done the big beam competition there?
We did it. I did it. He does the competition in pre-stressed concrete.
Okay.
So I took that class 2 years ago, and I did it with a group, like a team, and I think he does it every year. So that's pretty interesting too.
Yeah. How did you like the big beam competition?
It's really good. Like we get for our final presentation, we do like first of all during the class, we do like a small competition with our group, with our classmates.
Mm-hmm.
And he picks one team for his class, and then that's the one that participates to PCI competition.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah. So are you on campus now, or are you all virtual learning, or a hybrid, or how is school going right now?
Right now I'm 100% studying and working from home. I'm doing a research with Dr. Garber, so I'm doing both things, everything from home. So a little challenging, but everything's going good.
What kind of research are you doing?
We're working with Florida Department of Transportation and connections between piles and pile caps.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah, I'm a research student from here. Okay.
Oh, okay. That's kind of interesting too. Is that related at all then to what you've been learning in the precast and pre-stress classes through the years?
So actually, yes, my research is focused on bridges. Mm-hmm. So he divided the precast class in buildings and then bridges. So this part of bridges has been really helpful because we've been going through all the elements. My research is focused in piles and pile caps. So it has been really helpful to learn more about it.
Okay. So you also came and did the Project Precast with us. Can you tell me a little bit about how you liked that experience and what you thought of it?
Wow, that was something it was really challenging for me in different aspects. One of them was the language, because sometimes for me it's a struggle with English, but I like interacting with all these students from different parts of the country, speaking English for 3 days nonstop with all these industry people. I enjoyed it a lot. I had a blast. my team was like really good. I love having input from different perspective because normally in my day-to-day I'm only involved with civil engineers, but having someone involved with construction management and an architect and having all these different inputs was like really like a really good experience. I love the precast show when we went to like see all this industry and what they're doing with precast was really interesting too.
Oh, good. Um, so I forgot to ask you, what year are you in school? Are you a graduate student now?
I am a PhD student.
Oh, PhD student. Oh,
I did my bachelor's in Colombia. I came here to do my master's in civil engineering, and now I'm doing my PhD with Dr. David Garber.
so when you're done with your PhD, what are your career plans?
I mean, now that I'm really involved with bridges, I'm like that. Bridges are growing on me, so
Mhm,
I wanna keep working in that, and probably try to stay here in the United States. I'm from Colombia, as I mentioned before,
mhm.
but my plan will be try to stay here
Okay. And work in the bridge industry
in Brooklyn. Yeah, work in the bridge industry.
in precast.
Yeah, hopefully.
We love hearing that. Yeah. What else about working with Dr. Garber's way of one of the things he does is he puts all of his lectures online, so they're all on YouTube. Do you find that really helpful to be able to go back and um, one of the things I think, especially with an engineering course, it might be helpful to, if you don't get a concept the first time, you can kind of go back and look at it again a second time or go through it until you understand it. Do you find that you do that with his lectures or that it's an interesting way to learn?
I did it not with precast, but with pre-stressed concrete, the class that I took last year with him. I did it a lot because
Yeah.
it was also the first time that I was taking a pre-stressed concrete class. So there was a lot of things that you don't get during those 2 hours of class, or he's going too fast, or you don't have time to understand every concept. So I did it with a couple of friends. We used to get together and watch maybe not all of the class, but like the parts that we had more trouble with.
Hmm.
So we did do it a lot, and I found it like really helpful.
Yeah, so it's a kind of a new take on how you do the homework that,
Hmm.
yeah. And so what kinds of homework, was the homework kind of the same as in your other classes, or does that kind of change the homework assignments that you would get for that class, the way that he does the lectures?
Everything is different and challenging with Dr. Garber's homeworks. And they take you probably 2-3 hours to complete. So during the class, he goes through like an example. His homeworks are pretty similar, but a little bit challenging, like more challenging. That he changes some like things or the section of the member that we are designing, or the loads, or he changes a couple of things, but they're always like little challenging.
Yeah. But then with the way that he switches things up, do you get time in class to then work on that so you have time to ask him questions? Is that how it works?
When he's going through the examples,
Yeah.
yeah, when he goes to example, we always ask if we don't understand what he's doing right in the moment. My classmates always ask, and he always answer all our questions.
So what else about the pre-stress class or any of your other precast classes that you've taken that we haven't talked about? Anything else you want to talk about that we haven't mentioned?
Uh, No, mostly like I really like when he brings the speakers to our class, and so like people in the industry that give us that input that we normally don't get in a school. In a school, we like just doing calculations or design examples. Is also really good when he brings someone and we listen to what they're doing in the industry.
Okay, great. So I hope we get to keep you in the industry and you stay in the States when you're done. When are you slated to finish your PhD?
Hopefully, I think 2 more years.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
So hopefully this year you'll be able to come again to the precast show. All right. Well, thanks a lot, and hopefully we'll see you later next year.
Thank you, Marty.
Okay, thanks.